Howdy, hi, and hello, everyone. Welcome back to Noah's Nest, where I, myself, will be your host. I am Noah. And in Noah's Nest, I do a couple different things on my daily routine of some sort. Either I talk about a TTRPG that I have gathered throughout my time playing, either make a couple characters, talk about a topic, or just get more relaxed and do something in the realm of fantasy or relaxation or something of the sort. I'm trying to dip my toe in and see what else I can get into. But today, I'm not going to be talking about TTRPGs really. I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and instead of focusing on different mechanics and characters and anything really following around TTRPGs, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to talk about cozy games. Now, you may be wondering, I know, you all might be wondering a lot, what do cozy games have to do about the podcast? What is this even about to do with TTRPGs or fantasy or anything else of the sort? Well, in my opinion, cozy games are kind of where you can relax, be in a stress-free zone, and see world building, storytelling, character development along all these other specs in these cozy games that you could bring in to your own TTRPGs. Now, let's first off and state what is a cozy game. A cozy game is a low-stakes, non-violent game focused on maybe comfort, exploring, maybe even creativity, where they can emphasize on relaxation, enjoyment, and just a slower pace completely. They're games that don't require stress over high pressure situations or even intense competition. Some of the key features of cozy games can be a relaxing atmosphere where it could be soft music, beautiful visuals, peaceful environments are kind of the central points of a cozy game. Something else can be non-competitive gameplay where you're not fighting to be the best, you're not shooting people. It's rather just enjoying a building or exploring process at your own pace. Something else can be from customization to even creativity, where these cozy games allow you to personally express yourself, whether it can be designing a home, creating a garden, customizing a character. Pretty much, you get the reins on everything, and you get to relax through it. Some examples can be Animal Crossing. That's where you farm and simulate life while you're building and decorating your either village, catching fish, bugs, and just hanging out with your weirdly animal friends. Another one can be Stardew Valley. I'm really into Stardew Valley right now, where it is a farming simulator where you grow crops, raise animals, you can mine different ores, and kind of build relationships in your small town. Another one can be Sims, where my girlfriend is really into that as well, where you can create, control your characters that you have created, build homes, pretty much go through life, but controlling them at your own pace. And something else that I just thought of can be Minecraft, where you can build at your own pace, you can create whatever you want. Yes, technically in all these there are different ways to get injured or fight or whatever, but it's not focused on that. Like for Minecraft, you're not focused on killing animals or killing zombies, skeletons, endermen, or even fighting the ender dragon. It's really just focusing on creativity of building things out of blocks, building homes, worlds, castles, whatever you'd like. Now, what is the real appeal to cozy games? First one is just obvious, the escape from real life stress. One of the main reasons of cozy games are so appealing is because they offer an escape from the real world. You don't have to worry about time limits or making the right decisions or getting the certain amount of points to win. You get to take your time and focus on whatever brings you joy. That could be planting crops, talking to random people, building homes, etc. There is a sense of comfort and a routine, where a cozy game often involves a cycling routine. Just like I said before, growing crops, decorating a house, completing daily tasks as well. It's predictable, it has a rhythm, and it is very comforting and grounding, where, yes, it is repetitive, you do the same thing, but it gets you in the sense of, okay, there's nothing special about this day, there's nothing that's gonna kill me or hurt me. I'm just gonna go through my day as normal. Next, there's an emotional satisfaction to it, where achieving small goals throughout the game, where you could be catching a rare fish in Stardew Valley or finishing your house in Minecraft. Getting these senses of accomplishment can even make that feel-good moment stay with you for a while. It could be a connection to nature and a community, where, like in Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing, it emphasizes the importance of a community in nature, where you can build relationships with other characters in the game, make the space more beautiful, interact with the environment and other people, where it can make it more comfortable, more calming, and more homey, that you know all these different people or know that you have tended well to the world around you. Lastly, can be a creative expression, where often a lot of room for customization and creativity, whether it's designing a garden, decorating a house, creating a unique character that looks exactly like you. These games give you an opportunity to express yourself in any way, shape, or form, while also having very, very low stakes, while also having fun. Now, how can cozy games inspire TTRPGs? These examples might be a stretch, but I'm still gonna try my best here. So firstly, can be building a relaxing environment in your TTRPGs, where even after a massive battle or a massive plague hit your world and you need a place to hunker down or relax or just find a safe place, you can take these cozy game aspects by picturing like a quiet village or a scenic forest, place to where they can unwind or be safer and relax in these environments without feeling super duper stressed. Another one can be character development, where in TTRPGs you could translate a character's arcs, like personal growth, relationships, joys, and small victories, instead of killing the big bad evil guy or traveling through most of the Arctic tundra just to get this one piece of a crystal. You can create these different character growths in ways that don't need to be combat related. Next can be creating a routine in campaigns, where, like I said before, after a massive battle or a big thing just happened, but you've just been running on empty for so many sessions, you'll find a place, find somewhere to relax, but also have some activities there that don't require combat, don't require really anything horrible to it. Like, one of the NPCs asked for their farm to be helped tended to, or maybe they need help crafting an item. Something that can maybe just be a small routine for a couple of days or for a session or two to then get back into your normal TTRPG. Next one could be building communities and relationships. In many campaigns and TTRPGs, talking to NPCs is a massive part of it, where you want to know about their relationships, you want to know about their backstories. You can dive deeper into these relationships with other characters or NPCs, and you can make it more meaningful, giving them other moments of emotional connections. And lastly, focusing on personal and creative goals, where in cozy games, players are rewarded for their creativity and own personal goals. In TTRPGs, you could set up certain scenarios where players aren't just trying to defeat a villain, but are instead encouraged to create or build or pursue personal aspirations. For example, we could do a character might be working towards becoming a famous bard, let's say. Trying to design the perfect potion recipe, or even developing an old town into a thriving village. In my last section that I'll talk about is how to create your own cozy game elements for your own TTRPGs. Almost exactly the same as what I've been saying. Create a relaxing environment where your players can spend time in. How can you make these places feel calm or peaceful? Maybe there's even a village with beautiful gardens, or even a cozy inn by a peaceful lake. Small details like calming music. You can use background music, I do suggest that. Gentle winds, or even a scent of fresh bread can create a warm but comforting setting. Try and induce more non-combat challenges. I emphasize on this so much. Not every encounter needs to be about combat. You can focus on creativity and personal growth, where you could do different challenges about crafting, cooking, organizing a festival, or even helping NPCs with their own daily lives. These tasks allow players to interact with the world in a way that is a low pressure but still very fulfilling. You could use small achievement rewards, just like in cozy games. They reward players for small victories. Maybe they plant a successful crop or decorate a building, an NPC once, or there's a good amount of progress bringing emotional satisfaction to their journeys. You can reward them with different story beats, interactions, or just actual items for these small victories. You can focus on storytelling through relationships in your TTRPGs. In all the cozy games, talking to people or just gaining a better relationship for your NPCs is a part of the game. Bringing this into your TTRPGs can create memorable NPCs who players can form deep, meaningful relationships with, and even after campaigns have been done, they will still be remembered and loved by your players time and time again. And lastly, allow for personal projects. Giving your players the freedom to pursue their own goals or side quests will benefit them more than you think. whether it's crafting their perfect building or crafting something specific, restoring an old landmark, giving your players a way to work on their own goals or projects that they want in your game can be just as important, or maybe even more important, than defeating the big bad evil guy. So that's it. An exploration into the cozy world of gaming and how you can maybe enhance your own TTRPG experiences from taking inspiration from this. Whether you're creating a relaxing environment, encouraging a small personal victory, or even focusing on relationships. There's a lot to learn from these cozy games, and I think we gotta play them once or twice in our lives. So the next time you're planning a session or thinking about where to take your campaign next, consider thinking about a bit of a cozy game vibe to your world. You don't need to be in the middle of a battle all the time to create memorable moments. You can always sit back, talk to grandma across the street, see if she's willing to give you some cookies. And that's it for today. Thank you all for joining Noah's Nest. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like any of these episodes and want to hear more, check out all of our older episodes that we've done. We've done one-shots, talked about a bunch of other topics, from tavern talks to CNC talks, and even myself, Noah's Nest. If you want to check us out on all of our social medias, we got TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all at Creatures and Cantrips or at Creature Cantrip. We do have Patreon if you want to support us that way. We also have Buymeacoffee.com if you want to support us that way. But there are other ways to support us by liking, sharing, comment, subscribing. It really helps us in any way, shape, or form what you do, because the more that you guys listen, or the more that you all decide to share, the more people get to hear. And it really warms my heart for the more and more people that are deciding to listen to this podcast. Thank you all once again for listening. And the very last thing I will say is see you, love you, miss you. Goodbye, guys.